Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo TV Reactions. We back again, fam, with another video. Rise and shine early in the morning. Wake up, wake up. Video topic. This is why he can't commit. Is it your problem or his? By Melanie King official reaction. Yeah, that's right, fam. We're doing a reaction video of Melanie King official because she made a reaction video to the video that I did earlier. And what we're gonna hear is a woman's perspective on this situation to really find out, are women really looking out for you sisters? Because you heard my reaction. You heard what I had to say from a man's perspective concerning what that brother had to say. So what we're gonna go into now is, how do women react to a douchebag? How do women react? And remember, Melanie King is supposed to be a woman who's supposed to be holding women accountable. But after watching that Lou Peef show, it's very clear that she said that that's not what her videos is for. She said it's not for holding women accountable. That's what she said. What I want to let you sisters see is how a woman reacts to a douchebag who's giving advice. And I want you to see with your own eyes and hear what really is going on, to see if Melanie is going to give you advice that is sound advice that will keep you out of the fire, or is she just trying to be something she's not? But anyway, that being said, let's react to this. Let's go.
Okay, I just gotta say it right now. This is for all of my ladies out there. This is coming from a guy who's been on, I'm confident to say, over 100 dates.
Remember, this is the same douchebag that been on 100 dates. Right? And Melanie is gonna give you sisters the game on what you need to do. Right?
Lived with women.
He lived with women, meaning that he was a bum living inside of another woman's house. You know, typical of what you sisters do, you always let a man live up with you. He ain't paying nothing, but he's living in the house.
Dated women, friends with benefits, everything.
Friends with benefits, dating women, it's all the same. Pretty much they just hook up with you to have sex and never wife you up.
Here's the trick. If you're talking to a guy and he's not trying to commit to you, and it seems like it's already been in that direction, and you're trying to justify, oh, maybe because he said he's busy, he said he's that, he says it's not a good time, he says, you know, later.
See, ladies, if you're in any type of situation like that, you're with the wrong guy. You know, it's like, I don't even understand why she ain't even talking. And why is it that Melanie would use this guy of all men? You see what I mean? How women use toxic men to try to give advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy here is toxic as hell, man.
Maybe let's see into the future. No. He just doesn't like you enough.
And she's acting like she's surprised. She's acting like she's surprised by this. This is what these guys do because women typically get with toxic men that just pump and dump them. That's what's going on everywhere you turn. That is what's happening out here in these streets. Women love getting used by so-called men that are whoremonger males who just want to use their body and get rid of them. Women have no standards. You understand? They act like they have standards. They act like they're doing this and that, but when you really think about it, their legs are always open. They give a man the box before they get the commitment. Does that make even any sense? That's crazy.
That's it. Because if he did like you, he would have tried to lock that down as fast as possible.
Lock that down? You mean like wife her up? See, this is the problem, ladies. A lot of these guys, you know, when they talk about lock that down or this and that, if they didn't make you their wife, they never lock nothing down. You being a girlfriend does not mean that you're locked down. You understand what I'm saying? You could be his girlfriend. He could call you his girlfriend. That's not locking down. Locking you down is making you his wife.
Because if there's one thing guys can't stand is another dude having the possibility of touching, feeling up, banging his woman that he cares about. Keyword cares.
Look at Melanie like, yeah, you guilty, girl. We know that. Because we know your situation with your man walking out on you. We gonna save that for another video. We ain't finished cooking you.
So if he's not trying to lock it down, it means he doesn't care enough.
Lock it down? How about you just say wife up? Because none of these guys are making these women wives. All you gotta do is look at the statistics on marriage. You know what I mean? Women are just not getting married. So they're out here getting pumped and dumped.
For you to be out in the open. Hate to use that terminology, but we're very simple-minded creatures, us.
Melanie, could you please take the filter off your face? Is it possible? Do I really have to do a side-by-side video reaction of multiple video clips of you looking like literally totally different? You really are the YouTube Chameleon. That's going to be your AKA from now on. It's going to be Melanie King, AKA Chameleon. That's right. Let's go.
So unless you plant the flag and say, hey, it's either my way or the highway, you're going to be with me or you're going to keep it moving, you'll get your answer pretty quick. So don't be afraid to be confrontational. Save yourself some time because your time is precious. And these guys...
He's talking about your time is precious. Sisters, these guys don't care about your so-called time. Again, you're dealing with toxic men who just want to smash. Those are the kind of guys you're dealing with.
And I've been there. I've been that douchebag. I've been that dude.
He just admit that he been there, and you're taking advice from him? That's crazy.
They will stay in it as long as they possibly can.
That's the kind of guy he is. He stayed in it as long as he can.
Because you're convenient. Imagine
that, sister. A man is looking at you as just being convenient. You're just a little gas station for him to go, do what he got to do. And that's just it. That's sad.
And until it's not convenient, that's when it gets real.
That's when he bounce.
That's how you know if someone really likes you.
And it has nothing to do with, that's when you know if he really likes you. You should have known that from the beginning. Because if a man like you from the beginning, that man is literally trying to wife you up immediately. You understand? When a man like a woman, he's literally making it very clear from start what his intentions are.
And the only way to realize that and get the answer is to make it inconvenient and tell them if they're going to be with me or that's it.
You can't tell us a man that, sister, if you already gave the box, just like I said in my last video. Let's see if Melanie would give you sisters the real game that I gave in my previous video. Let's see if she really care about you.
Just wait and see their response.
Okay, guys, before we get started, make sure you guys are following me on all the different social media. I am posting this concept and maybe just kind of go over some of the things that he says, some things I agree with, and there's some things I don't agree with. Well, there's one thing in particular.
She said there's one thing that she don't agree with. Now, ladies, this woman said there is one thing she don't agree with that douchebag said. You can't make this up, people. You really can't. You can't make this up. Out of all the crazy things that guy had to say, trying to literally play you sisters, she want you to believe that there's only one thing she don't agree with out of all of that. Let's listen to the woman's perspective on advice from a douchebag. Let's hear.
I don't agree with. But let's go ahead and break this down. So the thing that really stood out for me that women need to recognize is that if a man is not committed to you, he does not care that you are out in the open.
We know that already. Of course, because that kind of man is a whoremonger male. Did you tell the ladies that? Did you tell the ladies, Melanie, that that particular guy is what you would call a whoremonger male who is only interested in pumping and dumping? Did you tell the sisters that? Of course not. You're not going to tell them that.
At least he doesn't think he cares. Now, there is something about...
He know he don't care.
That, you know, people long for things they can't have. If you were to remove your presence, he may realize that he loves you. He misses.
Why would he do that if he already got the box? See, what Melanie is not getting into is, did you ladies give the guy the box? You know, the box that rocks. Did you give up the cookies? Did you give it up?
He wants your presence back, and that's how he knows, because I think for a lot of us, we don't.
A man that is wanting your presence back and all that stuff, he would have done wifed you up already. But typically what you sisters do is you ghost on those guys and you reject those kind of men that actually show you love. This is what they do, brothers. A guy that wants a woman's presence, a guy that wants a woman's company, companionship. Typically, women leave those kind of guys because they don't want a man that truly loves them. Women love toxic men. If there's no drama, if there's no arguments, if there's no issues, they don't want that. They don't want a guy that's lovey-dovey. They really don't want that till they're 45 years old.
We think we feel something, or we think we know something about a person until they're gone. And then we realize, oh man, I miss their presence.
She is hoping and dreaming that that is what men really think. You understand? But the truth of the matter is, women today, when they get with a guy that is really quality and that guy shows them love, they typically do not want that particular guy. So what she's doing is she's gassing up your mind to make you think that, you know, if this guy is really, really for you, you know what I'm saying? He just got to miss your presence. And if he miss your presence, somehow he's going to realize what he's missing. Sister, a man is not going to feel that way if he already got the box that rocks. And he really don't need anything else from you. Because if his intentions was not to be there from the beginning, then why would he even feel any way since you have taken away your presence from him? Let's just keep it 1,000. You kept your vagina away from him. I don't know why Melanie sugarcoating everything, you know, and this is supposed to be an adult. About keeping your presence away from him. Man don't care about your presence. A man concerned with the box.
So that is a case at times. But for the vast majority, he's not locking you down because of
marrying you. Melanie, the proper word is marrying you. Melanie, you're a woman, right, who experienced a divorce that you caused. Allegedly. I think you should know better to say married, not locking down. You know, locking down don't make no sense. Locking down don't mean nothing. You understand?
Several reasons. Now, first, I'm going to go over the assumptions that women will make.
The assumptions? So hold up. You trying to defend this clown?
Even an assumption that this man made as to why a man would not lock you down. So the one thing he said was that he said he was a douchebag type of guy. Now, maybe he was, not maybe, he's admitting that he was. And that some men are that way, especially the younger that they are. Not saying they can't.
So you saying the younger brothers are all douchebags? How could you generalize all men as douchebags like that?
Guys who are older, who are players or douchebags.
Yeah, like Kevin Samuels. Let's talk about him. Melanie, why you're not talking about guys like Kevin Samuels that, you know, promote men going out there getting escorts? I mean, wouldn't you consider Kevin Samuels to be a douchebag? Huh, Melanie? Melanie, why you're not holding Kevin Samuels accountable? Is Kevin Samuels a douchebag for paying for box? See, Melanie, how could you be giving these women advice on anything when Kevin Samuels is paying for escorts? I don't think that's reasonable to try to direct sisters in anything when, you know, you get all your talking points from a guy that pays for escorts.
But generally, they've become that way because their experiences with women has been very toxic and they've just given up.
So hold up, you're making excuses for the douchebags. You're saying that because the guy is out here doing what he's doing is because his experience with women were bad and they were all toxic. So you're giving him the green light literally based on him having some traumatic experiences with women. So let me get this straight. So if I had some issues with women and I go out there and I just become a whoremonger male, it's justified. Wow, you can't make this up, people. You really can't. This is crazy.
And just rather just kind of go their own way.
Go their own way? I thought that was MGTOW. If they were going their own way, why would they be going with a woman? You know, that doesn't make any sense. Let's go.
Nothing wrong with that. That's their person.
She said there's nothing wrong with that, fam. Melanie King, official, said there is nothing wrong with men that go out there, use women, pump and dump, and all of that other stuff. This is the woman that is trying to lead you sisters across the promised land. This is the woman that's trying to take you over the Red Sea.
No choice, and they shouldn't be criticized or critiqued because they're making a choice to choose themselves.
So you are telling the public and women that men that are out there doing this kind of dirt, that they shouldn't be criticized? Fam, you can't make this stuff up, people. This is crazy. This is crazy. She literally just said that men that are out there doing this kind of dirt, that they're not to be criticized because it's their choice. That's crazy, yo. And she's trying to give you ladies advice.
But I will say this. I don't like the idea that a man is doing this because he's a douchebag.
This is craziness, fam. So you defending men? This is crazy.
Not the only reason. And I think a lot of women may assume that a man is a player simply because he won't commit to you.
If a man is with you and he's trying to be intimate with you and he was intimate with you and he haven't committed to you, he is a player. This woman is out of her mind. You know, whose woman is this? Did she just say what she just said there? She really believed that a man is not a player if he don't want to commit. That's crazy. If he don't want to commit, then why is he there? Because he's playing you. Yo, this woman have no experience, fam.
That does not mean that he is a douchebag.
Yes, it does mean he's a douchebag. If I get with a woman and I'm pumping her from the back, but I'm not trying to commit to her, that would make me a douchebag. That means that I'm only with her for sex. How is it that Melanie can't see that? That's crazy.
There are several reasons why, which I'll get into later.
So you're going to get into the reasons why. Okay.
But that assumption needs to be dispelled.
No. See, here she is pandering to women. Pandering to women and pandering to men. It needs to be dispelled. What is she talking about?
That myth, most men are not dogs and players. And to say that
most men are not dogs and players. Listen, women are not getting married by none of these men. You understand? The real men that are out here are the righteous men that you so-called women don't want. You know, men that follow the Most High, men that keep the commandments, men that have morals and values. You women don't want those kind of guys. You love the Pookies and Ray Rays. You love the toxic men. You understand? It's like you here trying to defend toxic men.
Is simply fake news. The second thing that a woman will assume when a man is not committing to her is that he's just non-committal, that he is not that he's a player, but he's not really looking to settle down.
Most men that get with women in today's day just trying to get some box. And because women are dumb, they open their legs anyway. Because women don't require anything other than the same thing. Because most women out here just want to get some D. See, Melanie is disingenuous. She's not really dealing with the real deal. There are women out here that are literally trying to hook up with men for sex, just like men are out here trying to hook up with women for sex. Do you understand me? Everybody trying to make it seem as if though men are out here just being dogs. And yes, there are many men out here that are dogs, but let's keep it 1,000. You got a lot of women out here that are hooking up with men just because they want to have sex with them. That's literally all they want. And a lot of times we are under this guise that, women are out here just looking for a man because they want to settle down and get married and do all of that stuff. No, that's not happening. That's not happening, fam. Listen, my own experience with women, I've dealt with women that when I tried to hook up with them and get to know them and so forth, all they wanted was the sexual experience. That's all they wanted. They didn't want nothing more. And the minute I tried to focus on relationship building, that's when the sister literally said, you know what, I'm going to go my way. Because she realized that I was more focused on the relationship building rather than just getting a hit it, mid it type situation. And when she realized that I was a man of morals and values, that's when she pulled away. So what that says about her? She just wanted an experience. She thought I was going to be one of them kind of guys that just want to, friends with benefits type relationship, a situationship. That's what she was looking for. So Melanie is not really giving you the 411 on the real deal. There are women out here, many women, thousands and thousands of women out here that literally will hook up with a man just to have sex. That's it. They don't want no relationship. You understand? But nobody's talking about that. Everybody's acting like all these women out here are really looking for relationships when they're not. If that's the case, all of them would be married. Because there are a lot of quality men out here that want to wife up a sister. But these women are independent. They don't want no man. And they believe they could get the bag and do bad by themselves. Let's go.
He just wants to have a good time, or he wants to string a woman along, so he can get benefits of sex from her, and just that's it. When this is not true. This is something
that is true. A lot of guys are just like that. I don't know where she come from, where she's acting like all these guys out here are just lining up because they want to make a wife out of woman. Because she's not literally identifying the kind of men that are out here. You got righteous men, and then you got whoremonger males. There's only two kind of men in the world. You understand? If a brother is not following the Most High, if he's not keeping the commandments, if he's not in the scriptures, if he's not a brother who is conscious about who he is in the spirit, then that brother is a whoremonger male who is only out here to pump and dump our women. Period.
Just is not on its face. There's no, there are some men like that, but for the most part,
not some, the majority of men are whoremonger males.
It's assigning these negative motives to a man.
She is literally capping and acting as if though all these men out here are all perfect and they got it all together. You got a lot of women out here that are single mothers for a reason. You understand? Because they made bad choices, plus the men that they dealt with ain't no good. Do you understand me? Let's go.
Just because he's not committing to you. It's a little bit narcissistic to think that something's wrong with him because he won't commit to me.
Listen, it's not just narcissistic. A lot of times women just don't understand the real deal that's going on. You have a lot of sisters out here that are playing this game as if though the men that they're dealing with are angels and got it all together and really trying to commit and do all the right things. It's not the case, man. Women know the kind of men they deal with. Women know the kind of man that they have is no good, but they deal with him anyway in hopes that one day they could somehow change him. That's what they're doing.
Why is that the assumption? And this is where, they kind of rubs me the wrong way because I see a lot of this out there.
Why would it be rubbing you the wrong way? You don't even have a man. You let your husband get away from you.
This type of painting men in these negative light, these dogs.
Why are you acting as if though you defending men when you lost your husband? As if though all these men are dogs, so then that just proves that your husband didn't do nothing to you. Because if you going this hard, that means your husband didn't do nothing to you, but somehow he's not in the picture?
Men who can't commit all these other things when you don't really have the facts.
Okay, so what facts do you have that men actually commit? Where are your receipts? What man do you have right now that is committed to you? Talk to me about that. What man do you have, Melanie King? What man do you have that is committed to you?
Number 3, he's not committing because he's intimidated by you.
Intimidated by you? See, this not making any sense, because if a brother is not committing, that mean that the ball's in his court. That mean that he's the one with all the power. That mean that he literally have already done got the box from the woman, and he just not committing. So literally, he is not intimidated by nobody. This makes no sense. This really makes no sense. If you're dating someone and they're not committed to you, then what kind of relationship do you even have with the person? Like, this is craziness, man. Like, this really is madness, what she's saying. No man is intimidated by no woman. I can't stand when women say that.
The reality is he's not. It doesn't matter if you have success, a good job, a house, whatever you have going on. If he's a grown man, he's not intimidated that you.
Now you're saying he's not intimidated? Like, this is confusing, fam. This is really confusing what you're doing.
Have success, that he can't take all of you because you're a boss, you're a diva,
But isn't that what you feel about yourself? Remember, you're financially, on point. You got yourself together. You live in the big house, drive the Mercedes Benz. You got it all together, man. I mean, you living it up. So of course a man, he's not going to be intimidated by you. Because, you're the type of woman that would deal with a man that make $30,000 a year. When we all know that's not the case.
Queen, you're a level up, whatever, that somehow he's nervous to commit to such a queen. Like,
why would he do that to a woman that he already got the box from? Melanie, why you're not talking about the real deal on why is it that these women giving up the box without commitment? Why nobody's talking about that?
He will have to really step up his game to be with you. Maybe in some cases, but this is...
Why would he step up his game when he already got the box? This doesn't sound normal right here, because typically most men get ghosted by women that don't want them. So they really didn't get the box. If a woman is ghosting a man, he never got her sexually. So if a man is not committing, that means there has been an ongoing situationship with a woman. And for some odd reason, the brother is just not biting the bullet. He just don't want to commit. So that means he already got the box.
It's not the vast majority, and most likely why a man is not committing to you. And it's actually a form of narcissism to think that you're...
You got to stop talking about narcissism. Because it seems that you're the one who's the narcissist. Everything is narcissism with you.
So high and above somebody else that they have to reach up to your level. Well, I think that speaks more to...
I am so tired of people talking about levels and be on my level. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A good man just want to get with a sister, build a family, do what he got to do, take care of his woman. But the problem is, you modern women are always dealing with toxic men that in their life goal is just getting some box. For some reason, y'all just can't see that. Let's go.
Your mindset than it does to the man that you're assuming is just cowering in a corner, afraid of all your success or your boss diva energy.
You're talking about yourself at this point.
And number 4, that he needs to grow up, that he's just a little boy that doesn't have his stuff together, doesn't know what he wants from a woman. So he's not committing because he needs to somehow mature.
Why would a woman get with a guy that is so immature in the first place? Why would a woman even go through that? See, this is just crazy.
To a point where he will then commit to you. And so the assumption is that you're this grown woman who has it all together, and he's just a child that can't find his way in figuring out what he actually wants.
See, typically modern women always deal with a man who has the mindset of a young boy. Modern women love dealing with men like that because they want to be their mommy.
Again, it's all this negativity towards the man, and it's all deflection. It's about
deflection. Isn't that what you do? Deflection.
What he's doing wrong, making assumptions about him, but there is no reflection.
So let me get this straight, Melanie. Are you trying to hold women accountable here? Remember when the brother Logic was talking about you holding women accountable and X, Y, and Z, and you said that your videos is not about holding women accountable? Isn't that what you're doing right there? You can't make this up, people. You really can't. Which one is it?
Which is what we're about to get into.
So you're going to hold women accountable right here. We got to hear this one.
Right now. So here are some of the real reasons why he's not committing to you.
All right, let's hear the real reasons why he's not committing to you.
And that's because he doesn't like a behavior or a pattern of behavior that you've exhibited.
So hold up. He's not committing because he see a pattern of behavior. Melanie, you're not living on Earth. Modern men today that are whoremonger males are not trying to commit to no woman because they're only interested in getting some sex. That's it. This has nothing to do with no behavior. A woman could be on her best behavior, just like how you were. But some odd reason your man left you. See? So if we're going to take this advice that you're given, right, then by that example, is it possible that your husband left you even though you were doing good things, or was it that you had certain behaviors? And that's why he didn't want to commit to you no more. Is it possible, Melanie? Is it possible that for some odd reason, you were not exhibiting certain, behaviors that your husband desired? Things that make you go,
This could be over-talking him.
Were you over-talking your husband?
This could be being cursing.
Were you cursing your husband out?
There's a lot of guys who do not like women who curse a lot.
There's a lot of guys that don't like that. The question is, did your husband feel that way? Why did he leave, Melanie? That's the question we want to know. We need answers.
You have a temper.
How about that, Melanie? Did you have a temper in your marriage? Because your husband left you, according to you, right? So was it because of your temper?
It could be that when you guys have a disagreement, it goes on for hours and hours.
Was that what you did, Melanie? Did the argument go on for hours and hours?
You don't know when to stop.
You don't know when to stop, Melanie? Damn, come on. It sounds to me that you're talking about yourself. That's why you raised your hand.
I've been guilty of that in the past. So
see, she admitted, fam. You can't make this stuff up, people. She just admitted it. So everything I just said, I'm justified.
I'm not pointing any fingers here. This is kind of a reflection to me.
Wow. You see? So she's basically talking to herself, fam. Why are you sisters listening to a woman that's talking to herself? She's literally giving advice about herself. She's literally talking about her own toxic behavior, fam. You can't make this stuff up, sisters. Brothers, I hope you're listening too, because this speaks volumes.
It could be that there could be a number of things that you personally are doing wrong that are negative that a man doesn't want. Maybe he doesn't feel like he can trust his emotions with you. Was your husband feeling secure in sharing his emotions with you, Melanie? That's the question we need to know. Maybe you're jealous. Were you jealous of your husband? Was that the case, Melanie? You're immature. Were you immature, Melanie? Let's talk about it. Maybe you're exhibiting things that don't really say wife and mother. Wow. Could you be talking about yourself here again?
wife and mother. Now think about that. Notice what she just said, fam. She said wife and mother. Wife and mother. Now remember, the video is about a man committing to a woman, which means this man is not even married to you. But Melanie slipped up and said wife and mother. Why? Because she's talking about herself. Come on, man. I make the best reaction videos on YouTube, man. Nobody make better videos than me, hands down. I'm the undisputed champion.
To him, at least not the qualities he's looking for.
Right, the quality he's looking for, and you didn't provide that for your husband.
So instead of just assuming he doesn't want to commit to you because of all these other negative things, maybe it's time to look in the mirror and say,
that's what you need to do, Melanie. Look in the mirror and realize what caused your divorce.
Hey, what's wrong with me?
What's wrong with you, Melanie? Have you figured that out yet? Have you figured it out?
Or better yet, why not have a real conversation with him about, we've been dating for a while and I'm really interested in taking this to the next level. What's holding you?
First of all, why would y'all even be having that discussion naturally? Like, it doesn't even make no sense. If a man is with a woman and he really feeling her and he want to go to the next level, it's supposed to be a mutual thing. It shouldn't be that I got to stop and ask you, I want to take this to the next level. Both of you should want to take it to the next level, and it should be going to the next level naturally. That's just the way relationships work. This is crazy, fam. Let's go.
Back. Is there something that I'm doing wrong? You can be honest with me and learn to take that honesty. Don't throw it back in his face. Don't try to make it into this giant drama, but take the feedback, what he says, and maybe think and say, well, maybe this is a pattern of behavior I have. Or if he's saying he doesn't like this, there could be validity to it. Don't just dismiss it outright or take offense to it.
But when we think about your situation, Melanie, did you take all of the advice that you're trying to give women? Were you offended and getting angry? This is the problem with a lot of these content creators on YouTube. They give you all this advice that they really don't use themselves. They'll tell you do this, do that, but they're not doing it.
If we're honest as women, at least I have in the past, I've automatically taken offense and been like...
See, she said in the past, she automatically took offense. Right? And look what it got her, fam. Divorced.
Like, how come he doesn't want me? I'm so beautiful. I'm this.
That's exactly it, Melanie. You're looking at yourself like, why your husband would want to leave you? I'm so beautiful. You see her? You see that, fam? Yo, you can't make this up, people. You can't make this up at all. In other words, why would he want to leave me? I'm so beautiful. I got these breasts. I got the crochet locks. I put on a cake of makeup every video. I put on the filter too. I got some surgery. Why would he want to leave me and I'm so fine? It's crazy, fam. Let's go.
And that and the other, well, beauty only gets you so far.
That's exactly right, Melanie. Beauty only gets you so far. This is why guys like me are not thirsty over women like you. Because I don't really care about how you look. I'm looking at your character. I can tell what kind of woman you are just by the way you respond, just by the way you talk, just by the way you argue. I know what you about. That's why your husband left you.
Good only gets you so far.
Yeah, it'll only get you so far. Only get you a Pookie and a Ray Ray who just want to hit it from the back. But in your case, from the front.
You have to have qualities that he actually wants.
You don't have those qualities, though. That's the problem. That's why your husband left. I know the truth hurts, but somebody got to tell you.
And yes, men actually want something other than what a woman looks like.
Yeah, so stop showing them what you look like and actually present something that they would be interested in.
The second reason is he's dating other women and another woman or several women are out competing you.
Out competing you, dating several women? I don't know who got the time. I'm a pretty busy man as it is, and to be out with several women, that's a guy that really got no life, fam. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth, man. Any man that's out there dealing with multiple women, I'm talking about dating thousands of women, 7, 8 women, that brother have no life. Because I'm busy. You know, I'm doing YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I got a job. I got a whole family. I got to do music. That's a lot of work that I got to do. Then I got to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? You got to check to make sure you paid everything. You know what I mean? You got to check your credit score. So it's a lot of work. I don't see how could brothers be juggling like 7, 8 women talking about they dating, like, and you going out to dinners and stuff. Who got time for that? I got no damn time for that mess.
I know it's hard to believe because we all like to think as women that we're a prize, that we're a princess, that we're...
Women are not the prize. Of course they're not. You know what I mean? Men are the prize. But let's be honest. The men that you sisters deal with, they're not no prize. You're just surprised to know that you got pumped and dumped. You know, a brother that's a prize is a righteous man who follow the Most High Yah, a man that keep the commandments, a man that want to commit to his women and make them wives and bear children with them and have a family structure. That's a man who is a prize, a man who is going places, a man who is ambitious, talented, blessed. Everything he touched prospers. That's a prize. Do you follow me? But see, these women out here, they always dealing with trash.
Special. And you are to you. And so, but we're not to other people. We have to prove our worth in this world. Nobody's...
Prove our worth? How about you just keep your legs closed? Melanie, why you not telling these ladies to keep their legs closed? Why? How is a woman going to be special to a man if her legs is always open? You can't make this up, fam.
Coming to rescue us. We're not on a pedestal just because we're born with female anatomy. We have to prove our worth to a man.
Yeah, how about you keep your legs closed?
And in today's dating market, there's a lot of competition.
Keep your legs closed. All this competition stuff, ladies, you want to win the competition? Keep your legs closed. If that brother not committing to you while you keeping your legs closed, then something is wrong. Something's wrong. That mean that you just don't got it. That mean that he's only there to try to get some box. That should give you your answer. All you got to do, keep your legs closed, see how long that man will be there. If he bounce, it's because he was only there to get some box. Simple advice. Why Melanie is not telling you the game.
Like, men have options. And to assume you're his only...
Men have options. Now she's saying men have options. But Melanie, let's keep it a buck. Would you be interested in dealing with a man that practiced polygyny? A man that want multiple wives, meaning that it's not just about you, but he can go out there because you just said that men have options. You understand? Let's think about it now, because you say one thing that men have options, but we all know that's not how you feel. You're just regurgitating what you heard from Kevin Samuels.
Option, or to assume that because you are dating him that he's going to choose you is just, once again, narcissistic.
That's not really narcissistic. The whole point of a man connecting with a woman should be because he find her interested enough to make her his wife. Do you understand me? It's not narcissistic to have expectations. See, Melanie is not giving you sisters the game. Melanie is not giving you good advice. This is why you're not supposed to be listening to her. See, YouTube is big business, and this is very competitive, to say the least. And being that as a man, I'm actually, a married man, a man who is living the life. So I know better. Melanie is a single mom, a divorcee. You know what I mean? She got no man. Right? So she got no results. She's not giving you sisters the game on the real deal. You're not a narcissist for having expectations. If I see a particular sister that I find attractive, she's beautiful from head to toe. She got everything that I love. Personality is great. And I'm getting to know her. I'm not looking at her like, I just want to see what I can get out of her, get some sex and bounce. No, I'm looking at her with the intentions on making this woman a wife. That's how I move. Now, if I'm in the course of trying to get to know her and she's flaking and acting funny and pulling away because she realized that I'm a righteous man and that's not what she want, she just wanted a guy to hit it and that's it, then guess what? I leave her alone and I go my way. Because my expectations is to make her a wife. That doesn't mean that I'm narcissistic because she did not want to submit to my wishes. So what Melanie is giving you here is foolishness. If you are having expectations that this man is going to make you a wife because you've been dating him, and she's making you think that you just tripping, he don't necessarily have to choose you, then don't waste your time going on any dates with a man that is not literally having interest in making you a wife. Facts.
And it's having an overinflated view of yourself.
No.
And so if he is not committing to you, trust and believe maybe there is another woman that he is willing to, that he's finding, is giving him more of what he wants.
See, this is right here, giving him more of what he wants. Is that would that be sex, Melanie? Would that be sex? Because if he didn't wife up the woman that he's technically dealing with on the side while he's dealing with that woman, then I guess what you're assuming here is that particular woman is giving him sex. Right? So are you suggesting that women give men sex before marriage? Huh, Melanie? Melanie, are you suggesting that women give men sex before marriage? See, sisters, what you need to do is you need to ask her that question. Do Melanie endorse women giving men sex before marriage? Once you hear her answer, that will kill her entire argument. It will destroy her channel and her entire purpose. Because you all know, ladies, that out here in these streets, when you get with these brothers, y'all be getting it in before you even become a wife. And that's your main problem. That's the problem right there. If you would hold your horses, keep your legs closed, live a virtuous life, and literally be respecting of yourself and your vagina, you would technically find a quality man. Because if a man is willing to literally be with you, date you, be around you, do fun things together, and then y'all finally take it very, very serious, and he literally says, look, I'm trying to make you my wife, and you literally go down that route, then you do what you got to do. But as long as you keep your legs closed, it'll show what kind of man that is.
And maybe he's on the fence, maybe he's not sure, and he's still trying to give it more time. And but again, this falls back to not giving him an ultimatum, commit to me or else. You listen, I'm gonna hit that.
But didn't that guy that was in the video said you gotta be confrontational? That you gotta tell him it's either the highway or my way? But now she's saying that's not what you're supposed to do. That's crazy. Because if a man don't know where you stand, sisters, then you're wasting your time with him. So technically, if you're a type of sister that want to be a wife and you've been putting in your time, right, and you're trying to do everything right and the brother is just not moving that route, you got to let that brother know straight up and down, like, look, I'm trying to go the next level. It seems like you're not going that route. So if you don't want to go, I'm out. So it's either you're in or you're out. There's nothing wrong with saying that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of you sisters are wasting time with men that are literally no good. And I blame you for that. Because rather than you deal with a righteous man, you out here trying to make a Pookie and Ray Ray submit and commit to you. And it's just never going to happen. Pookie and Ray Ray never commit to nobody. All they do is just make babies out here.
Highway, kind of what this guy says. That's the second thing I didn't like.
You said there was only one thing you didn't like. Now you saying it's the second thing you didn't like. You see how she can't make up her mind? You see how I remember everything that she said? She said there's only one thing that she disagreed with. You know what I mean? But now she's saying this is the second thing.
Men, he assumed men were dogs or being a douchebag like he's been. And then he also...
So you telling all the women out there that these men out here are quality men? The only quality men out here are men that follow the Most High to keep the commandments. Men out here have no morals and values, Melanie. You're very, very, it's like you're not educated in these areas. You know what I mean? It's like you don't understand what's going on in these streets. And this is why you're not fit to give nobody advice. Because you're acting like all these guys out here are angels. You're the same woman who promote alpha male strategies, a guy who teach men to pump and dump women. How dare you even utter his name while trying to give women advice? You know what I mean? That totally contradicts your whole point of even trying to address these issues. Imagine that. This woman is supportive of Kevin Samuels, a guy who literally paid for escorts, fam. How could she be fit to give you sisters any advice?
Decided that men need this talking down to because they won't commit. Men know you want.
It's not about talking down. See, she's trying to add on to things. You giving a man an ultimatum on the issue of committing is not you talking down. It's literally you putting your foot down as a woman and having some respect for yourself that, look, bruh, I'm not going to continue being your cum bucket if you're not going to commit to me. It makes no sense. That's not talking down to a man. That's you standing your ground as a woman.
Commitment, they know you want that. But
notice that. She said they know you want that. Well, if they know you want that, why they're not doing that? Because they don't care. So why would you waste your time literally being with a man that don't want to commit?
They aren't going to volunteer the reasons why they're not committing to you.
See, she's making excuses for toxic men. She's literally defending toxic men at this point.
At least most men want. They don't want to take the backlash that that's going to create, where it's going to upset you and it's going to create chaos and drama.
So basically, these men don't want to confront the issues. So they're lame and they're not really real masculine men. Listen, ladies, the advice that this woman is giving you is very, very poor. And you really need to think for yourselves.
Men will avoid drama at all costs.
Men will avoid drama at all costs.
And if he thinks your reaction would be bad, then that actually harkens back to my last point that there's a behavior or something that you've exhibited that he does.
That's not a man, because a man is going to literally nip in the bud whatever's going on in his household. Any man that is not willing to confront issues is a weak man. So you're dealing with a beta male simp at this point.
Doesn't like, but there's also other women who fit him better, and you just haven't outcompeted them yet.
So ladies, she's basically saying that you got to compete with other women to get with a man to commit to you. Women, don't waste your time with this. Get with a quality righteous man and stop playing this dumb game. You don't got no time to be out here competing with all these other broads on who's going to commit to who. I already done gave you the sisters the game. Get with a man that practiced polygyny so you could be with a good man, because those are the only good men. Quality righteous men are the only good men in this world. Quality righteous men are the only good men in this world. And if you're the type of woman who is anti-polygyny, I already done told you 1,000 times, you're going to be miserable and alone for the rest of your life. You're going to jump from man to man to man. Your body count is going to shoot through the roof.
If ever. Number 3, you guys don't have the same intentions. He could be a man who just wants to date.
Date. He's a man that just wants to date. What does dating mean in modern day vernacular? It means to have sex. So you get with him, his intentions is just to smash. That's it. Melanie is not telling you the real. She's talking about date. No, you got to speak to these people real. And don't try to steal my talking points now that you hear me saying it. But a sister must understand the truth. Ladies, most of these guys just want to get with you because they just want to smash. That's what the word dating mean. Dating no longer mean dating. Dating now means to hook up, to have sex. In other words, he take you out to dinner and then there's sex later on in the night. Now, why would you as a woman put yourself in that situation, then expect that man to wife you up? Why would he wife up a woman that just went to sleep with him right after a damn date? Why would a man want to do that? Obviously, you did that many times.
Or maybe he is a player. I don't know.
Now you don't know? Come on, make up your mind.
But for whatever reason, you have chosen a guy that is...
Now it's her that chosen a guy. Now you're trying to use shame, guilt, insults, and the need to be right. Now you're trying to shame her for choosing that man rather than holding the man accountable that she's with. And the truth of the matter is, ladies, you're dealing with toxic men from the beginning. Yeah, you chose that guy, but the truth of the matter is this. Even if you chose that guy and you find out that he's not trying to commit to you, it would not bother you if your legs was kept closed. Problem is your legs are always open, and that's why you are feeling the way you feeling. Because if you never gave him no box, you never gave him no head, then let him kick rocks. Subscribe to the channel and like the video, fam.
Maybe your preference, maybe he's tall, he's rich, he has a cerine look, he wines and dines you. but he doesn't really have the qualities, if you're honest and take a look at it, that would make a good husband or a man that would be in a committed relationship.
None of that stuff make any sense, fam. A man is not going to be whining and dining you and taking you out, right, just to waste his time. He's doing that because he wants some sex. And I'm talking about these typical modern day whoremonger males. They will take you out, do all of that spending because they want sex. They're trying to impress you to get you in bed. That's what modern men are doing today. Righteous men are trying to get to know you, and they're not out here taking you out on dates because you are a woman, and a woman is supposed to know how to cook for a man. And if you're not cooking for that man, then it don't make no sense he try to make you a wife because you don't got no wife qualities, and that's a fact. Let's go.
If he's doing all that and he looks all that way, he most likely has options. And why would he settle with you when he's enjoying his life as a bachelor?
See? Enjoying his life as a whoremonger male. That's the proper term. It has nothing to do with no bachelor. It has to do with a man who is out here using women for sex and leaving them. And based on what we hear, Melanie is in support of men that literally are out here using women for sex and leaving them. Because she's not telling you ladies to keep your legs closed till a man marry you. She's not teaching you that. And this is a woman who claims she's a Christian. Let's go.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Notice she said there's nothing wrong with men like that. Ladies, this woman is horrible when it comes to advice for sisters. Stop listening to her.
Hate demonizing men.
She don't want to demonize men because, again, she's trying to fit in with the black sector of YouTube with all these male content creators as if though she's in supportive of them. That's what she's trying to do, fam.
Because they want to enjoy themselves. And
notice that, because they want to enjoy themselves. She's not trying to demonize men that want to enjoy themselves. So in her mind, enjoying themselves is men that pump and dump our women. Men that pump and dump black women. Men that pump and dump women, leaving them with babies. According to Melanie, these guys are just enjoying themselves. That's sad, right? That's really sad.
Live a bachelor lifestyle.
This is a woman who's trying to give you advice about commitment while telling you that these men have the right to literally go out there and enjoy their time. That's crazy.
There's nothing wrong with this.
Wow, she's saying there's nothing wrong with this. Fam, this is sad.
I don't see why men are shamed for not wanting to jump into marriage, into a relationship.
See that, fam? She is literally saying that she don't know why men are shamed for not wanting to jump into marriages. Then what is she here for? Who is she trying to help, fam? Who is this woman trying to help? Because she's saying she don't know why men are shamed for not wanting to jump into a marriage, but yet these men are jumping into these women vaginas. And this is the woman that you want to take advice from, sisters? Listen, this is crazy.
If you don't like that's his lifestyle, then you are free to leave.
See that? This woman think like a man, fam. This woman is not helping you ladies. I'm keeping it a buck with you.
You can't berate or give a man an ultimatum. And
see that? So now you're being blamed, sisters, for everything that's going on.
All of a sudden, he's going to change who he is because you demand it.
Ladies, I told you 1,000 times, get with a righteous man who practices polygyny. You ladies are supposed to be lining up, knocking on the door of righteous men that practice polygyny. You see these brothers all on social media. And as I said 1,000 times, social media is the new frontier. People are not literally meeting people in their everyday lives because people are busy, locked in their house, pandemics, all sorts of stuff is keeping people indoors. People spend most of their life online. And we're able to see people from all across the globe. So I don't see why is it that women will sit there dealing with Pookies and Ray Rays all day when they could get with a quality righteous man who will wife them up.
But this goes back to intentions. Are you dating a man who has the same intentions as you?
Are you dating a man that have the same intentions as you? Everybody loves using Kevin Samuels' talking points in terms of intentions and all that other stuff. But the truth of the matter is, do these particular men have intentions when they get with you to make you a wife? No. They get with you because they want some sex, period. You understand? That is the only reason why they got with you. They got your number because they want sex. They're not trying to commit to you. So ladies, if you know their intentions is just to have sex, why are you having sex? It's crazy. The man is only there because he want to have sex, but you give him the sex. And then when you want the commitment, you get mad when he don't give you the commitment. You're crazy.
Or are you dating a man who's your preference?
Why is Melanie not telling you to keep your legs closed?
like guys who are bad boys? Do you like guys who are players?
Melanie liked those very type of guys. Bad boys, players, you know, toxic men. That's her preference.
You like guys who are distant and don't really want to be around.
She's talking about men that are emotionally unavailable to you.
Some of us are addicted to the wrong type of man.
That's exactly what's happening, but she's not really going into the real details of what's really happening. Majority of women are addicted to toxic men, period. I've talked about this over the years many, many times. Women always gravitate towards the wrong man every single time.
So you're trying to get the wrong man to commit to you.
That's exactly what women are doing. They're trying to get the wrong man to commit to them. So, okay, Melanie, if you know that, why don't you tell these sisters to keep their legs closed?
And you will chase him down and you will go through all these motions and do all these things to win this man over when he can never be won over.
See? He could never be won over. Why? Because you're dealing with a toxic man who is a damn so-called douchebag who ain't going nowhere. And you chose him. Why? Because you don't want a righteous man that practice polygyny. You don't want a righteous man that read the scriptures. You think those guys are boring when those guys are out here getting the bag. Those guys are out here making families. Those guys are committed to their children. Those guys love their wives. But see, you sisters will never know that because you love Pookie and Ray Ray.
You're not going to do it. And the last reason I'm going to say is that he's just not that into you. Just period. You're just...
See that? He's not into you, but he's into your vagina. You see that? Why Melanie is not telling you to keep your legs closed.
Just someone to pass time with.
Just someone to pass time with. Imagine that, sisters. Melanie believed that you are just someone to pass time with, and she's letting you know that these guys look at you as just someone to pass time with, someone to just use as a cum bucket, and she's not informing you, sisters, to keep your legs closed before marriage. She's not telling you that.
Maybe in the beginning, he thought that something...
No, there was no beginning he thought anything, because in the beginning, his intentions was just to have sex.
Could be there if you showed yourself to be special, really meant things that he was...
Has nothing to do with her showing herself to be special. Most women try to do that, and the guy's intentions was just to have sex. Melanie is giving you horrible advice.
Looking for, but over time, it just is become...
Has to do nothing with over time. His intentions was sex, he got the sex, and now he's out.
A thing that he's doing because you're an option for him to do, and
you're an option for him to do in terms of having sex with.
Is waiting for something better to come along.
He's not waiting for nothing better to come along. He's just using women for sex, and Melanie is not giving you the game.
Now, in that instance, there's nothing you can do about it other than to leave and stop dealing with this man.
In other words, leave, stop dealing with that toxic man, only to get with another toxic man and repeat the same process. Why? Because you still don't know how to keep your legs closed, and Melanie didn't give you no advice on how to be a better woman.
Or you can get real and have a conversation and maybe...
Woman, stop having these conversations with toxic men.
Make some changes if that's even an option. But a lot of times we're stuck in these long situationships, hoping for commitment, hoping that all of a sudden he'll just feel this love and want to be with us.
A man is not going to do that just because you want him to do that. It's not going down, fam. And this is a problem. And Melanie is not giving you the game, fam.
And honestly, he's just not that into you. He's waiting for the one to show up.
He's not waiting for no one. He's not waiting for no one, fam. He is just using these sisters, and Melanie is not giving you the game.
We can go into a long diatribe about each and every one of these points, but your girl's trying to do better with these long-winded videos. Make sure you guys subscribe.
We don't want to hear nothing else from you, fam. That's it, fam. Reaction video. This is why he won't commit. Is it your problem or his? By Melanie King, official. Reaction by Black Male Advice TV, the best content creator on YouTube for reaction videos. Nobody does a better job than Ringo TV Raw, Black Male Advice TV. The best content, the best reaction videos bringing out the truth. Final words, Melanie didn't give you no advice. She didn't tell you sisters to keep your legs closed at all. Basically, keep your legs open, give men what they want, have sex with them, and then just wait and see if you roll the dice if he want to commit. That's basically what she's telling you. That's sad. Anyway, fam, you like my channel, subscribe, click the like button, and that's it. We'll catch you in the next video. I'm out, fam. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.